Welcome back everyone, Mariah Monetize here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over Blockfi, specifically going over just basically a 9-month review and also discussing the rate changes that are going to take place on September 1st. So if this is your first time here, I really love finance, sharing my story of how I was able to retire at the age of 24. So I talk about what I'm doing, the different strategies I'm taking, the different investments that I'm making to share with people, just strategies to reach financial freedom so you can go out there and enjoy your life. So if that sounds good to you, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So just to kind of give you an overview of what I'm going to be going over today. Like I said, the rate changes that are going to be taking place on September 1st. I was going to be talking about how much interest I have earned on Blockfi by using it over the past 9 months. I'm going to be talking about the credit card that I've recently been using, how many rewards I have gained from the credit card, as well as how much I have gained when it comes to referrals, because this is all about monetizing and different ways to make money. So I'm being fully transparent and sharing with you everything that I possibly can. I'm going to be sharing very briefly my experience with taking out a loan. I've kind of gone in depth in other videos, but I do want to touch over it just so you kind of have an idea of general of all the different products that Blockfi has to offer if you are thinking about getting involved. And as always, there is a referral link down below. So if you'd like to support my channel, that is one way that you can do it. I'm also going to be talking about buying and selling crypto on the Blockfi platform and whether that's a good idea or not. What I'm going to be showing you today when it comes to buying and selling is something you should absolutely be aware of before you ever buy on Blockfi, okay? What I'm going to be sharing with you today is going to potentially save you a ton of money, not just in the short term, but if you take the same USD amount of buying Bitcoin specifically, and obviously it's going to give you the opportunity to buy more Bitcoin of the strategy that I'm going to show you today. But over the long run, this can make you literally tens of thousands of dollars. So make sure you stick around until the very end. So let's go ahead and jump into it. You could see here that Blockfi sent out an email on August 27th stating that they're going to change their rates starting September 1st. Honestly, every time they do this, or maybe it happened more in the beginning, I always kind of felt that it felt rushed or like last minute, or they should give us at least a week before. But I think that the cryptocurrency market changes so frequently and so dramatically in terms of price action that they kind of try to wait until as late as possible to kind of reveal what the new rates are going to be. But Blockfi has been changing their rates, I think, monthly now for the past few months. Some people get really frustrated with Blockfi always changing the reward rates, but to be honest with you, they seem to be the most conservative, which in my opinion makes me believe that they're going to be like the longest lasting. There's always concerns, and don't forget this, that it's not your keys, not your coins. So anytime you give Blockfi, Celsius, Nexo, any of these other platforms, any exchanges, the power to hold your coins, it doesn't mean they have to ever return them, and they might not. So keep that in mind. If you want security, if you want to put security as at the top priority of your list when it comes to cryptocurrency, check out my link down below for a Ledger Nano S. It's a very cheap product, about $70, and you could actually store your cryptocurrency on your ledger and have full and total control. And that's one of the most important aspects about cryptocurrency, is changing the rates for essentially probably close to all of their the coins that they have available. So in order to maintain great rates for the maximum number of our clients, tier 1 rates will be increasing for all cryptocurrencies, while tier 2 and tier 3 rates will be decreasing. By our estimates, 75% of clients will see an increase in their APY, while 25% will experience a decrease. What does that tell me? That tells me that probably the more crypto that you have on Blockfi, the more likely it is that you will be seeing a decrease. So you could see here, when it comes to Bitcoin, the new amount is going to be 4.5%. It used to be 4%. The former amount, though, was for your first 0.25 of Bitcoin. Now they're only allowing you 0.1 of Bitcoin. You could see here that tier 2 and tier 3 have dropped, and they have dropped quite significantly. So this is kind of crazy, honestly, this tenth of a Bitcoin. But it seems like they almost designed this so that they could say, like, okay, 75% of people are seeing an increase, which means that most people probably have pretty small amounts on Blockfi. You can see here when it comes to Ethereum, former APY was 4%, now it's 5%, but it's only for your first 1.5 Ethereum. And then you can see here that it's actually staying the same for tier 2 and tier 3, which is actually a really great thing. Another nice thing I've noticed here is on stablecoins, going from 7.5 all the way up to 8%. The former amount was 50,000 while you're seeing this new amount here. It was formerly 50, now we're seeing it at 40. And then you could see that basically anything over that has stayed at 5%. So you could see, a small increase here, 0.25% on your first 20 Litecoin. And you probably got this email, so you could go through this and see the changes of, what exactly applies to you. So how much interest have I personally earned over 9 months of using Blockfi? At this point, I've basically used all of Blockfi's products. I've taken out a loan. I may have purchased Bitcoin at one point, but then I realized that was a bad option. So I've used their trading, I think, at least once. I think I traded in between Ethereum and Bitcoin, actually. I've used their credit card. I've obviously been gaining interest. I've used their referral program. So I've been using a lot of their products, and so I'm able to share my experience and kind of give you some insight before you actually get started. Logging into my Blockfi account here, always make sure that you have two-factor authentication set up on all of your crypto-related sites. Even your email is a good idea. You can see here my total assets, 310,000. You could see here that basically this is how much is being used as collateral, $227,000. So you could see right here, almost $5,200 is the interest that I have earned from using the interest Blockfi accounts, which is incredible, right? That's like quite significant. What I can say though is that basically once I click and kind of look into the details here, you can see like this is how much free Bitcoin that I've earned through interest, and it's a dollar amount. So that 5,100 is going to fluctuate as the price of Bitcoin and the other cryptocurrencies fluctuate as well. When it comes to Ethereum, you could see here that that's where the majority of that 5,200 is made up of. I have earned over 1 free Ethereum, which is really awesome, and I really appreciate it. You can see here that you can set up for repeat trades on the Blockfi platform, but by the end of this video, you're going to realize that's probably not something that you are interested in. So make sure you stick around until then. So I started my Blockfi account December 1st of 2020. So that's, how long I've had my account. I've had it for 9 months, which has gone by insanely fast, but so far I've had quite a positive experience. I haven't tried to withdraw too many times, but every time I withdraw, my funds arrive usually in 1 to 1.5 days. There's this delay when it comes to Blockfi, but it's part of their security measures. So something that you want to keep in mind is that anytime you want to withdraw, you may want to expect it to be up to 1.5 days. They may have changed that recently. I haven't tried to withdraw in honestly quite some time, but that could be something that you run into. And then this amount right here, this interest is basically what my account has earned this month. And so basically in 2 days on September 1st, this is going to go ahead and jump over into this side. So when it comes to Blockfi, they pay you at the beginning of every month. Something like Celsius pays you once a week on every single Monday, and something like Nexo actually pays you out daily. So how about when it comes to my credit card, my Blockfi credit card? I recently made a video about the Blockfi credit card, the unboxing, basically giving you all the details of the type of percentage you are going to earn when it comes to the Blockfi credit card. So up here at accounts, just click on credit card. And you can basically see here I've spent just over $2,800 with my Blockfi credit card. I have earned 0.0020247 Bitcoin, which I calculated that a couple days ago. It was about $100. So the first 90 days with your Blockfi credit card, you're actually going to be earning 3.5%. So any opportunity I have right now to swipe the thing, I'm swiping it because I want to maximize that opportunity to get 3.5% back. Once the 90 days is up, then it's going to go back to 1.5%. What's really cool about having a Blockfi credit card is that it changes the referral program for you. So when it comes to referrals, actually you will earn an additional $30 if you actually have the credit card. So if you are someone that's sharing the Blockfi platform with your friends and your family, by just having the credit card, you're going to earn $30 more per referral. And when it comes to referring people, basically the situation is someone has to sign up with your link. They then have to put $100 in the account. And then what happens is you actually get paid the referrals the second Friday of every month. So I have basically 150 people that have signed up, and then it shows you like if they've created an account or if they put in the minimum balance, and then it'll show that you have been rewarded the referral. So that is something that you can take a look at as well. So thank you for all 150 of you who have used my Blockfi link. I really appreciate it. If you haven't yet, the link is down below. Go ahead and check it out. All right, so now let's talk a little bit about my experience with taking out a loan with Blockfi. I took out a loan for $60,000. I believe it was either March or May. And so what happens is every month they take out the interest from my bank account. They do an automatic withdrawal. And after 12 months, I will then owe back that $60,000. I think if you want, you can try to extend the loan. But I'm kind of getting more into doing calculations of the loans versus how much interest I would be making if I didn't have that collateral tied up to back the loan. So I'm going to be making some more videos about that in the future, doing some calculations, showing you basically the difference. But most of the time when I've taken out these loans, it's just to buy more cryptocurrency. And so far that has worked out really well for me, but it is potentially high risk. So make sure you take that into consideration. This is never, ever financial advice. I'm just sharing my experience. I'm definitely not an expert, but I hope that I could help you in some aspects. So Blockfi has this really great calculator. If you're interested in taking out a loan, you could basically put in here, your collateral type. You can do, has to be a minimum of $10,000. You can calculate your offer. You could see here the different options that they give you. Basically, last time I tried to do this, and I had just learned this actually as I was using the calculator, was that if you use Bitcoin, then they actually give you more options than Ethereum. So if you're using Bitcoin as collateral on Blockfi, you can actually do a loan to value ratio for 20%, and you can get your loan down to 4.5%. If you do 35% loan to value ratio, you're going to be paying 7.9%. And if you're at the 50% level, you're going to be paying 9.75%. The process was very simple for me to take out the loan on Blockfi, but it wasn't instant. It took 1 to 2 days to receive the funds. To give you an example, when I've taken out loans on a platform like Nexo.io, I have gotten the funds immediately. So it was basically like Bitcoin tanked. I wanted to take out a loan to buy more Bitcoin, and the process was so fast I was actually able to catch the dip. We know how fast this market's always moving. So if you're trying to rely on Blockfi for something like that, you might miss out on the potential opportunity that you're going for. So just something to keep in mind there. Okay, so now this is the most important part of the video that is going to save you a lot of money, 1, and 2, it's actually going to yield more Bitcoin for you if you are really focused on stacking Satoshis. So let's go ahead and get into it. This right here is the Blockfi trading area, okay? You can buy and sell cryptocurrencies within Blockfi, okay? And you could see here that there's basically different options. So let's say, for example, that I am trying to buy Bitcoin. We're going to use a stable coin like USDC. And let's go ahead and use the round amount of $10,000, okay? So you can see here that if I buy Bitcoin on Blockfi, so Blockfi, I don't know if they still do, but at one point they advertised themselves as free trading, which was basically a lie. The spread is like plus or minus 1%, which is really significant. And when I did this earlier, it was like 1.35% when comparing Blockfi and like Gemini and Coinbase Pro. So you can see here that right now they are putting the price of Bitcoin at $49,102. You could see here that the price of Bitcoin on Coinbase Pro is $48,451. That right there is a difference of about $600. And you could see here that the price on Gemini is very similar to the price on Coinbase Pro, which is $48,455. So Gemini charges you 0.35%, while Coinbase Pro, if you are on the lowest tier, is going to charge you 0.5% in fees. But this is the thing, is that even though Coinbase and Gemini are charging you a fee, the price of Bitcoin is much lower. So you're actually going to be getting more Bitcoin for the same exact price. So let me just show you, if I did a market order here on each of the platforms for $10,000, you can see here, Coinbase is going to give me 2.2053, while Gemini is going to give me 0.2056, which is more, and Blockfi is only going to give me 0.2036. So in this particular scenario, with the market conditions and the massive spread, your best bet is actually to purchase on a platform like Gemini. But let me give you one last secret. The last secret is, when it comes to Gemini, this right here is considered the active trader account. So what's going to happen is you need to select this option when you log into your Gemini account. If you also want to start a Gemini account, which I highly recommend to have more than one exchanges if you are invested in cryptocurrency, then I have a link down below to where you can sign up for Gemini. You will receive $10 and I will also receive $10. So in order to make your account an active trader account on Gemini, you're going to go to account, you're going to click on settings, and then you're going to scroll down here where you can basically see Gemini Basic, simple and easy to use, and then Active Trader, which is advanced, all order types, and advanced charting. Obviously, Active Trader is not as simple, but it still is pretty simple. You're going to be saving a lot. I want to say that Gemini normally charges on this basic account between 1 and like 1.5% in fees. So you're going to save a ton of money, first of all, too, and you're going to be able to acquire way more Satoshis if you're paying just 0.35%. So I hope that you really enjoyed this video. Don't forget, check me out on TikTok. I just launched my TikTok recently. I give very short tidbits of information. If you want to learn something new every day, it's a great place to follow me. So go ahead and check out the link down below for TikTok. That is all I have for you today. As always, go out there and create a portfolio that you love.